We'll discuss it later, but it's
kind of ridiculous.
It's not even a debate anymore.
And we back.
Hey.
And we back.
Historic episode.
Man,
Welcome back.
Man, I haven't seen y'all in a little minute, man. Last episode, I didn't see my man Kiko, keep recast. Joe's back in that crib and shit. So, hold up, Brian. I need you. What is that you have in your arms right now, bro?
This is a gift to Mo Salah.
That is the closest thing a Colombian's getting.
Let's get that nice and close.
This is a gift to Mo Salah.
That's a gift to Mo Salah?
Yeah.
Big words.
Bro.
This actual one though.
You might as well.
This actual one.
My thing is, you might as well hand the thing over to him right now because the form the dude's in is.
We'll discuss it later, but it's
kind of ridiculous.
It's not even a debate anymore.
What y'all saying about this?
Yo, where's Oski at?
He got energy. We're gonna get into it later. He got some energy for you. You can't. You just pulled up.
Let's hear it.
He was getting crazy, but
let's hear it.
What y'all saying about this weekend though? Wow, I think low key the most goals I've seen in a long time.
It was really good to watch a bunch of goals like that, honestly. And I think it's really fun to see that in the Premier League because it's not just Man City who's putting up numbers like that anymore. You got Chelsea doing it. You got Liverpool doing it. You got a bunch of other teams doing it.
Arsenal
it's fun to do it. Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Before we used to watch Man City do it in amazement, and now we're just watching all these other teams do it.
Yo, but why are we stalling?
So get into it.
We got a United fan here. I wanted to ease the pain a little bit. Last episode, we
United fans. He wasn't able to make it today.
Bro, last episode, we even said, yo, United, please win a game. Omar even said, he's like, yo, I'm tired of coming in here sad. But Omar, we have to do it.
Well, he definitely not coming in sad today. He's not even here.
You know what's crazy? We're going to talk about the game, but this podcast has 2 United fans. And 2 really good friends of ours. 2 of my closest friends. And despite all that, like Man United, they're an embarrassment. Like they stink, yo.
They really do suck.
And we'll talk about it, but I was just watching like we were just talking about goals over the weekend. Chelsea thrashes Norwich, City thrashes Brighton, but the game earlier today was.
You know why it was bad? I was watching, like, we've all had you're a Liverpool. What do you support?
All right, so I'm a Liverpool fan when it comes to the English league.
So we've all had our, like, games where we've seen our team get smoked. Y'all have had 5, so y'all we took 6 against City, I think it was, a few years ago. Liverpool, for a little while, y'all took some corn. But watching today, this felt like, I don't know why it felt different. Where like I feel like seeing Ronaldo take it like that, where he's not surrounded by Benzema, Cruz. This is the worst I think it's ever been for United.
Well, me and you have spoken about it before, because for me, as in my lifetime of being a fan, I think the one game I remember like it was yesterday that made me almost want to break my TV was the Real Barca game 5-0.
Yeah.
2010, 2011 season.
OLE'S.
And I remember I was telling you off script, I was like, I look back at that game and I said, well, Real lost 5-0, but had Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Mesut Ozil, Angel Di Maria, Xabi Alonso, Sergio Ramos. Like, Iker Casillas was the number. Legends. And they got thrashed.
By legends. They got thrashed by legends.
And no disrespect to this Liverpool team today. But United, I was watching this team and I was like, you saw that play when Ronaldo hacked at Curtis Jones and kicked him when he was on the ground. I remember looking at that. I was like, yo, I would have done the same thing. When has Ronaldo ever lost like that?
To a team not as great as that Barca team. Like, I mean, obviously, when he was at Real, he probably took a couple scalps, but this was like the way they played. Forget this. I'm here. Everybody was complaining about their pressing. Like, no, who cares about pressing? Ronaldo never pressed. United never pressed. Bro, they couldn't string together 5 passes. And it's been like that for weeks. It's been coming for weeks.
Yeah.
Atalanta 2-0. I'm like, all right, yeah, they got the little late winner. Even against, I think, Villarreal, they caught a late winner. But this has been coming. And listen, I hope they keep Ole. Ole in. Ole in.
I think it's safe to say definitely that this this Liverpool team is not the 2010-2011 Barcelona team, not by a long shot, right? But there is something that they do have there, and you mentioned it, that they didn't look that great today, right? They didn't look like at their top or the top that we know. But you can see that they're really focused. They're really determined. I mean, I read an article earlier today about how Liverpool has brought in neuroscientists to help with the players focusing during the match, during like stressful moments, set pieces, throw-ins, and stuff like that. And it's how to get that kind of psyche or mentality in top games like that. So yeah, it's not the 2010, 2011 Barcelona team that did whatever they did to Madrid, but they got a lot of high focus, and you could tell that they're very, very zoned in, not just to today's game, but they're zoned in for trophies this year.
You brought up something with Liverpool because I want to compare it to, remember 1920, or let's say 1819 City, that race they had with Liverpool.
Yeah.
How'd they follow it up the next season, 1920? They kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah.
So similar to like Liverpool 1920 when they hit the heights of winning the Premier League last season, I wouldn't say they underwhelmed. They had injury problems, but like you said, with the I don't even know the words, psychiatrist they brought in this season, most importantly Salah, they all look like so focused. Like I can say that they don't have the best squad, but that 11, if they're all on a certain mental path, I don't know who can stop them.
Yeah, and listen, I think if you're Liverpool,
along with Klopp,
but that's my
the
thing though.
factor.
With Liverpool, and we've said this all the time in regards to Ole, but the gap between Klopp and Ole, like I remember seeing the Man U 11, and it wasn't a lack of quality, but I'm looking at the Man U 11, I'm like, it's clunky, it doesn't look right. I've always said, like, Ronaldo for me is the greatest goal scorer of all time, but he's not a 9. He's not a pure 9-9 strike. Like he's not a focal point. He's not good with his back to goal.
He's not gonna press.
He's not gonna hold the ball up for you. And to your point, he's not gonna press. I said it the last time I was here. Cavani should have got the start, and I think with the whole thing with Ronaldo, it's nothing about Cavani and Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo Rashford. Right. I think if Ronaldo plays, Rashford sits. Yeah. Let Ronaldo play left wing. I don't know why Greenwood keeps playing out wide. He's a center forward. In my opinion, I don't know if you guys think he's a center forward. Like he reminds me of, remember Van Persie early in his career when Wenger kept playing him out wide, and everybody
eventually
was like,
he's gonna go up front.
Yeah, exactly. Greenwood's gonna eventually transition in the middle. And then how many times are we gonna say it? McTominay and Fred are not good enough to win trophies. So really, when it's all said and done, we can go hours discussing the game. The squad is handicapped by the guys picking his team. Yeah. So we'll get into it, like where United go from this, because we'll find out your thoughts on the game. But it's a deer lost their headlights. It's really a guy who the job is too big.
That's literally what it comes down to.
And we're also going to talk about it later about title contenders and title pretenders. Bro, Tuchel, Klopp, Pep, it's not even, they're on another.
Compared to Ole,
it's not even close to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I think Ole just got it wrong, how you just said. No way you play those midfield. You're going to get outclassed every time. Bruno don't work back. Rashford don't work back. Greenwood don't work back. Why start even Rashford? He's just been hurt for how long? Yeah. Last time I saw him was in the Euro, right?
He got hyped off that little Leicester goal he scored. Well, not little Leicester.
Like I'm saying,
but he came on.
He just got it wrong. He just got it wrong, and he's gotten it wrong too many times. You have too much class on that team to get these results.
Bro, and Maguire. For him to, what was that? Who did he say to that interview? Was it Gary Neville when he mentioned why he chose Man City over United?
He did. Yeah, it was an interview. It was an interview. I don't remember why he said, but he essentially chose United over City.
And you know what's the funny thing about it? I don't think you can compare the two really. But I'm thinking for Maguire, a guy like him, he's talented. He had a shocker today. He's talented, but I hear those words like, nah, but United is this and that. What would Pep would have done to his game? Like I wonder Maguire under Pep. Stones. Just look at what he's done. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of looking at this. How many Prems would Maguire have?
I think Pep would have just needed to have a vision. And I think it's something that Ole does not have. I don't know if he has a vision. I think he wants things. I think he has desires. I don't think he has a proper vision of how to use these players or utilize them to the best of their capacity or really just bring out the best in them. I look at Ole and I don't see much or anything motivational in him.
And that's where that was my point.
And you have
these players, how are they going to grow under Ole? How? You get me? Like, there's only a few managers in the world that can really develop talent and win trophies at the same time. And like I said, 3 of them are at Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool. Right. So I'm, I wish Omar was here.
I want to start giving credit to Liverpool as well, though. I mean,
They're just lethal in front of the goal.
They will lead.
The 350 in the first 25 minutes. They got 3 chances, 3 goals.
And the thing is, has anything?
That's it.
And Mane didn't play.
And wrap it up.
Mane didn't even start.
High focus.
Thiago, their biggest signing from however long ago, didn't even play. But the thing is, do you guys see a change in their style of play? Has anything changed in terms of
they're back forward? They're back forward. Nice.
That you think that's the biggest?
Well, there's no weakness.
So literally, the only change really is Van Dijk and not even Joe Gomez. He didn't even play.
But that's what I'm saying. Or
Matip.
But if Konate hits, they upgrade because Konate's 6'5".
Yeah. And for me, I mean, I don't see him being that much better than Joe Gomez or I actually really rate Matip. I really rate Matip. Right. I think he's super underrated. I think he's all right.
He's all right.
When he's fit, when he's fit,
he starts on Chelsea.
Nah, I mean,
that's a whole other debate.
He doesn't even start on Man U neither.
Yeah, he does. I take him.
Will everybody have to?
I take him from Maguire.
Who's this?
Matip. I take him from Matip over Maguire.
I would take Matip over Maguire.
Bro, Maguire's not that good. If we're being completely real, he's not that good.
There were certain goals where he just he can't lead a line.
I think he looks terrible. He looks great for England.
He looks terrible right now. He looks terrible right now, but he's not that bad.
He's not that.
He's not that great either, though.
He's good.
Think about it. In England, what they play back three.
Back three, and the game is way slower than the Prem. People aren't pressing you like that. So when it comes to the Prem, it looks like he gets like frazzled, and then all these mistakes that lead to goal. You remember last season? Remember the 6-1 with Spurs? It was literally a carbon copy of the second goal with him and Shaw running into each other. Like I just seen that too many times for me to. I'm done with him, bro. I'm done with him. But who
you starting in the back?
For who?
For Man U.
No, United's cooked.
Oh no, Bailly. I would have Bailly and Varane.
No, United's cooked because they're going forward. They're sticking with that 11.
They're not cooked. They're cooked. The season's
They're cooked if Ole's still there.
So I don't know if they go without.
You're Ole in.
Nah, I'm not saying Ole in on it, but they're not cooked yet, regardless of who their manager is. They're cooked. So they're not finishing top 4.
No, they're not finished top 4.
Liverpool's easily one of the best teams in Europe right now, and we know that Man U don't got it right. They hit three in the first 15 minutes. That demoralizes any team.
What did you say before? Who you taking? Fred, McTominay, or Souček and Declan Rice?
Who you taking?
But that's not really the starting lineup, though.
Bro, for me,
McFred doesn't really. That's not the starting lineup.
It is. That's the biggest game. That's your biggest rival.
They've been playing different. They've been playing different.
Bro, he's got Van de Beek on the bench. You tell me Van de Beek can't play over McFred?
Not defensive mid.
Start.
Yeah,
and then Pogba goes on, does some fucking Kalam.
That's another thing.
Throwback, Kalam, bro.
Listen,
that's another thing.
But here's the thing. So, where does United go from here? And, our videographer asked before, he was like, I'm shocked that there's been no news of Ole yet. And I said, well, because they obviously, even if they're thinking about sacking him, you need to bring in a replacement. And to your point, if Ole stays, they're not finishing in the top 4. Why? The damage has been done.
The fans are against 6 points behind.
But Brian, it's mentally.
It's not that serious.
Mentally. If I'm in the locker room,
it's not even Thanksgiving yet. But Christmas. What would you relax?
Brian,
it's not even Halloween yet.
So you don't think?
I'm not pressing the panic button. I'm not pressing the panic button.
So you think the first 3? You don't think Chelsea, City, and Liverpool? You don't think they're gonna just run the table?
Okay, they do it every year.
Those guys alone might lose
that's
like
the thing,
2 games.
Now look how things have changed. Earlier in the season, what were we saying for United?
They haven't won trophies.
No, challenging for the title. Now we're saying, can they finish in the top 4? That's enough. He gotta go. That's enough right there.
I respect that. I respect that opinion, but at the same time, none of us thought that they were gonna win it.
Somebody.
We're hopeful.
You thought about it?
We're hopeful. We were hopeful, and especially after last season, Ole got to spend some time with United. I think a lot of people were hopeful, but I think it just comes back to the first nickname that he got. Being the gym teacher. This is the best you're gonna do. This is the best you're gonna get from Ole. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not panic button, right? They're not about to be relegated, but they're not where they want to be. And the hardest critics of Man U are Man U fans because they know what it means to win. They know what it means to be successful and to be a great team and to be a majestic team. And this just ain't cutting it. This Arsenal vibe is just not cutting it. And I think what they really want is to Lampard him, hit the road and maybe try to get a UCL or something.
You even said it too with like, I'm literally thinking, is Ole it's like Ole's closer to Arteta than he is the top 3.
Yeah.
They're level on points now, Arsenal, by the way.
So this is my point.
So what does Man U do, though? Who they get?
Well, you're saying not panic. It's been 3 years that he's there now.
All right, so what do you do? If you're the sporting director, what do you do?
You got Zidane. You got...
Oh, you go knock on their door? And what do you say?
Well, you think they're gonna dub United?
For sure.
Well, I don't know. That's not what we heard this week. This week it came out.
Zizou's not taking that.
You don't think
Zizou said that he would. He said that he would be open to it.
He's not touching that dumpster fire.
I don't think it's a dumpster fire, though. That's a little contradictory because I don't think it's a dumpster fire. But I do think that they need someone who has a real plan that's going to come into that board and to that administration. Just be like, yo, listen, I see these players. I see that you have World Cup champions on your team. I see that you have you have the Cristiano Ronaldo on your team. You have promising talent. And this is what I envision for that team. And honestly, it wouldn't be the first time. I don't want to take away... Yes, I agree that Zizou does not have that much experience as a manager, but I don't want to take away 3 back-to-back UCLs. Like, that's a big thing. And sure. I think he could do something with United. I think a proper manager with a proper vision, not just I'm a vet on this team, like just a proper vision, could send this team somewhere good.
For me, I don't know if Zidane's... I personally don't like the Zidane fit. Throw the bag at Conte.
Why? But you think Conte and Ronaldo are going to match? Like, remember, Ronaldo's running that club right now.
No, you know why?
You need somebody that's gonna be buddy with Ronaldo.
But here's my thing though.
But that's Ole though. Ole's buddy with everybody.
No, but like somebody that like has a name, like the way Carlo
was.
The reason why Mourinho was buddy with.
But because Ronaldo signed for what? Only how long was his contract?
3 years, I think he signed.
I have no idea.
I think it's 2.
2 years. I think it's 2.
Okay, regardless. So say you bring in Zidane, whatever, and the main reason you're bringing him in is because you have stars, right? But the thing is, the reason why I would go Conte is because you could lose to Liverpool. You could get shut out by Liverpool. You can't concede 5. So my biggest thing with Conte is he's going to solidify the whole back line. He's going to make them play a back 3 that helps Maguire because he can't lead a back 4. And then it just changes culture. What they need is discipline, those guys. Pogba's out here getting reds left and right. Pogba played under Conte. You get me? It's not all appease Ronaldo. You get me? Bro,
I think, though, if Ronaldo does have a strong coach, he does know how to respect a system of a confident coach. I think it's a little bit different. Like in a couple episodes ago.
What is Conte going to say to Ronaldo?
But his system fits Ronaldo because he's going to play a 5-3-2. So
3-4, yeah, 3-4.
Right. So who the 2 up top? Right. Cavani, Ronaldo.
Right.
And those are 9s that fit what he's trying to do.
Right. Bro, honestly, the conversation I heard.
And then Bruno sits down then.
Yo, for me, Bruno plays, but...
Bro,
and Conte, Bruno don't play.
Some of these players, we're giving too much clout. We're giving them too much... Bruno
played. Yo, to be honest, Bruno was their best player last game. Who was Man U's best player?
No, he's a great player, but we're not like...
He was actually running back on D.
Yeah, finally. But I'm not I don't want to go too crazy about these players. They need to man up. Y'all haven't, I even said the last time, y'all haven't won anything for United. Who are you? It's about time someone comes in and literally shakes that whole club up.
Yeah.
So exactly. I thought it was going to be that with Mourinho. They were babies and they kicked them out of there. I think Conte, because when Conte came in to Chelsea, it was similar. We ran Mourinho out of there that season before. He came in, I think he kept the same formation. He switched to the 3-4-3. And y'all know history. Y'all know what happened. So I think Conte is perfect for them. I think he comes in.
I think you need somebody to man up to get those players. To get those players to man up, you need somebody with a vision. You need a coach, and you need somebody. And not only do you need a manager with that kind of vision, but you need a captain that matches that manager's vision, right? I don't know if Maguire is really cutting it. Him and Ole, I don't know if both of them in that mix, if they're the ones running that locker room, how do you expect these players to man up and to do what you expect for them? If I would look at Maguire in the field and he was my captain, to be honest, I would not listen to him. Yeah. I would listen to somebody else, like Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. That's somebody that I would look at and respect, and I seen him do it, and I seen him be captain of Portugal and still win the Euros after being injured and yelling out that touchline, because that's what a captain does. You know what I mean? That's you get the players going. Right. So
enough of those losers, man.
The losers. What's about the winners?
I just have a quick question before we transition, because you mentioned the guy, Ronaldo. What did I ask you before?
What? Good
signing or bad signing for them so far?
That's a great signing. They're in first place in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm saying it
on their knees, scraping.
Listen,
what do you mean? One guy that got
he's right though.
He's right. That dude gave you literally your 6 points.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I know certain people that are saying that they think Ronaldo holds them back. because he doesn't press, because he doesn't create his own goals, so to speak. But to your point, they would be bottom of their Champions League group without him.
I don't know how anyone could say personally. I don't know how anyone could say that Ronaldo is not a great signing.
There's some bozos saying that he provides nothing for them besides goals.
Say their name.
Yeah.
Say their drop name.
I ain't giving him no energy. I left him on red today.
Remember what I told you, because Ronaldo doesn't affect Cavani. Ronaldo affects Rashford.
Yeah.
Ronaldo shouldn't be playing through the middle. He should be playing the left wing.
But Ronaldo can't play left wing no more.
Nah,
he can't. But
put two up top. Play him with someone else up top.
So then, but that's the thing. Does Ole have?
So we're going back to a 4-4-2.
You could think of something a little bit different though.
We're going throwback.
No, let's you do 4-4-2. If you let's say you stick
4-4-2 with like old school Fergie.
Nah,
maybe
not flat four.
No, but
imagine wingers. Stick to wingers,
bro. But to your point, Ronaldo doesn't track back, but he's always looked better with a traditional 9 next to him. You got me?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even the first person to play him as a striker was Mourinho, right? And that was like a tactical thing at that time. Mm-hmm. So, but like traditionally, Ronaldo does play like that. You could see him comfortable. Even the goal that he got today, that was offsides, right? Came off of the left and he cut in and he did what he did.
Yep.
He did what he does. So, I think that Ronaldo cannot be a bad signing at all, like in general.
But to their credit, I get what they're saying, because Ronaldo doesn't work back. He doesn't have assists. He's just there to get the ball from Bruno.
But enough of them losers, man. I'm tired. We're not losers here.
How about your boy? I see your boy.
I'm not even talking about Chelsea.
How about the winners?
Our boys.
We'll switch to the other side of London, bro. Because I actually was watching, and I hate to say it because I see him, and then I think like Mason Mount. I feel like he's trying to be like Mason Mount.
Who's this?
My son, Emile Smith-Rowe over at Arsenal.
Wow.
Nah, low key, bro.
He's more techie.
I'm watching him.
We're rating Arsenal, but we're not rating Man U. That's crazy.
Bro, wait. One has Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane. The other has Ben White. Emile Smith-Rowe, who's, 19, 20.
Saka, Aubameyang.
Shaka.
Mohamed
level on
Nini.
points. I'm going to give him some credit because I love when people roast Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. I love it. I love when they lose. But when I see what they're doing over there, I think now, so we just talked about United not having a balanced team. I'm starting to actually watch Arsenal. I'm like, they look kind of balanced. So in terms of the two center backs, I like their two fullbacks. You got Partey, whoever you want to place next to him, it doesn't matter.
Who you play next to him?
I think you get the best. Lately, from watching them, I'm not gonna lie, Shaka. I feel like gives them
Shaka.
Yeah.
I'd rather play the Lukaku kid.
I mean, I've seen it. He's good, but I need to see more. But I like what they're doing with Smith-Rowe and Saka, especially Smith-Rowe. Loki, I feel like he's next up to play for England.
Smith-Rowe.
So what do you guys say about Arsenal? Are you guys impressed from what you see this season? You're still not impressed?
No.
So far?
Your question is, am I impressed?
Yeah. Do you see them with United saying that they might not finish top 4?
You know what it is?
Arsenal?
That's a tricky question, impressed, because it only works when it's coinciding with expectations.
Right.
What's your expectation?
So my expectations for Arsenal was finishing in the top 10
when the season started. Before
the season started. So, am I like, for example, United? Bro, what are they, 9th?
I think 8th or
7th, something like that.
It's too early to be calling out positions, but they're 6 points behind. That's light.
But 6 points behind what? Top 4?
No, I think how far is Liverpool?
United? Nah, we mean behind us. You mean Chelsea's in first.
What, by one more point? What is it?
They're 8 points behind Chelsea.
That's light.
Right.
That's light. That's super light.
It's early, but
I think it's light if you have a pattern of getting unlucky. But I think the thing with Man U is that they're not unlucky. They're more than unlucky. They're sloppy. And how do you classify a team like that?
The way things are going, I see being that all players stay fit, I see Arsenal finishing above United right now.
What?
If things stay the same. I think if OLE'S stay, bro.
Right, you didn't watch today's game.
Bro, it's 3 years. You're saying, bro, OLE's been there 3 years, and how much money has he spent? I'm just saying for Arsenal.
Do you think Arsenal's gonna finish top?
I've been watching. I've been watching.
What episode is this?
What you mean this season?
This season.
5.
No, you want to know something?
I'm saying I'm watching them. They look way more balanced. I'm actually seeing an identity start to develop.
Who Arsenal play?
What this Aston Villa, and who Aston Villa beat a couple of weeks ago. There you go. But I'm just saying.
And you know why, Brian? The only reason why when you say that, I'm actually kind of like irritated a little bit, because I was kind of excited for today's game.
I knew it was gonna be slaughtered though.
You knew it was going to be slow. No one expected this.
Bro, I wrote it on
This was literally a slab of meat thrown to the wolves.
I knew it was gonna be 3-0 plus 3-0.
This was, if you're a United fan, this was embarrassing. If you're a United fan,
it is embarrassing, but it's not like y'all making it seem like that's it. Like the book is written.
The book is written for me.
It's been written.
It's
Bro,
20
this is chapter 1.
Bro, there's 29.
Been there 3 years though.
There's nothing better. There's nothing better than a comeback, right? And watch, they're gonna do a comeback.
Bro, there's 29.
Ole goes on his runs. Cristiano goes on his runs.
Bro,
It's gonna happen.
what?
Okay, and I'm gonna throw it out there. That's actually the worst thing that can happen to United. They go on a run of games. They convinced Ole's the guy, and they go into next season.
But
with
that's
the same
all
squad.
that's been happening with
And they
Ole.
go.
And they'll do it again.
He's just a typical gym
If you're
teacher.
a United fan,
Just a gym teacher.
with all due respect, there's 9 games played, right? 29 left. For the rest of the season, head down, shut the hell up, and just hope whatever happens happens.
Oh damn!
Because going forward,
Just tag him. Just tag him.
you know why? Because it's Chelsea, City, and Liverpool right now.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact though.
It's those 3. So if you're
Right
United,
now,
if you're
but
United,
we were just talking mad shit about Chelsea though, like 2
who's
weeks.
that?
We were all talking mad shit about, not talking shit, but we were like, yo, Chelsea's looking bad. It's Liverpool, Man City season, and like they turn around, get a result, and everybody's back on
Because
Chelsea.
never gonna see
Chelsea's top of the league.
Bro,
Brian don't believe the hype. That's really what it is.
I
Brian
like
don't believe the
Chelsea.
hype.
I like
Brian don't
Chelsea.
believe the hype. That's what it is.
But Chelsea is an
Chelsea.
example of having maybe a couple not that great games, but having a consistent, successful pattern.
Chelsea's
Where-
gotten lucky, bro. They've gotten results like on the edge.
Bro, I honestly, for me, Chelsea, City, Liverpool are like 3 thoroughbred horses at the top of the race. United's that horse. Someone just shot in the leg, and it's like, I continue.
You know what? Let's get into that because in the group chat, we had mans talking about, it's Liverpool and City for the title. That's it. Chelsea.
See, we were just
We'll see if
saying
they.
that.
Why? Are you guys in agreement that it's United, Chelsea, Liverpool?
Yeah,
City, and
we're in
Chelsea,
agreement with that.
Liverpool, Chelsea, and City. Three horse.
Yeah, they're obviously
race?
the best teams right now.
So
But
do you?
it's the Premier League. At this time last year, Everton was in first place,
Come on.
and we were all on that boat.
Nah, but this year, but it's a
All on
different
that
year.
boat.
It's a different year. Also, last year was a COVID year. Like this year is a different year. You got three teams going in.
James
full
was
force, full
balling
force.
last year.
Everybody trying to prove something. Everybody trying to prove that they're the best in
I
the
just got
Premier
in
League.
Snapchat memories of a James goal, like last year.
Hamas.
Remember that, guys?
James-
All right, so let's relax.
out
It's
learning
the
Arabic
beginning of the
right now.
season.
So all right. Do you see Chelsea finishing? Can you see them winning the Premier League? this year?
I see they're in first
Absolutely.
place, bro. Obviously, you see them winning the
So you
league.
see United? You think United can make a comeback? and win the
Yeah,
Premier League?
United. Yo, bro, you're gonna tell me Liverpool, City, and Chelsea are not dropping points? It's just wins and ties.
United absolutely will not win the Prem.
Oh my God.
United absolutely will
Don't
not
say
win the
they're
Prem.
going
this year.
invincible, but
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
see
they're
where
gonna win the
they're
Prem, but I see them like going on the Spurs. Where they're not gonna finish 15, 20 points behind the rest. You're telling me that Man U's gonna finish 20 points behind?
They have in the past.
between those 3.
I don't know about 20 points. I don't know.
All right,
But
so-
I don't know. But I think they'll be. I think
have.
top 10 will be really good for them.
Right.
Honestly, I think top 10 will be really good for them.
Next
Unless they
topic,
change
though.
that coach. Because things are going to get
Next
more sloppier. You're going to have players resenting the coach. You're going to have coach resenting administration. It's going to be a very, very sloppy situation over
That's
there.
how we see it. But all the thing that's happening to them could bring them all together, right? And be like, yo, we're bugging out,
Yo,
yo.
where you getting this?
You should have
from?
been done that.
What do you mean?
You should have been done that.
Where's this coming from?
I'm telling you, bro. Don't
And
count
listen,
out Man U, bro.
And listen, here's my
You're doing a
thing,
mistake
too.
right now, just throwing them like
It's the
no.
same thing. When
I'm
y'all
not-
had Benitez, listen, he's won a Champions League. Maybe he can.
And that's Rafa Benitez.
And that's
Who?
who's a better manager, Benitez or Ole?
And
It's not
Ronaldo
even-
didn't get
Come on.
along with
Don't even
Benitez.
think about
Really?
it.
Benitez.
Don't
Yeah.
even think about that. So what? Off the back of what is Ole? How did he end up at United? Mulder and Cardiff? Man, we giving this guy too much airtime.
Yeah,
bro.
and
Forget
that's the
this
thing.
man.
I don't know why you don't think Ronaldo would go to the front office and be like, that wink, wink under the table, like.
I think he has, to be honest. I think he has. And I've heard a couple things that he might have. And I've heard that Zizou was a Ronaldo suggestion. And that's how that conversation came about. So I think if I were Cristiano Ronaldo, I would have, and I was not convinced of the manager, I would walk in and just be like, yo, gotta hit the road.
Bro, it's embarrassing. But
So we are pleasing Ronaldo then.
Hmm?
So we are pleasing Ronaldo.
I think if you're United,
We just said you don't want to please Ronaldo.
I mean,
And then
we
we just said if he sits down, we get.
I mean, he has six goals in the season.
Yeah, we're saying you shouldn't please Ronaldo, but he's gonna do what he's gonna do anyway. He's probably gonna go to upper management and be like, yo, this guy. Or he showed it. What was the game recently where he came off the bench and he wasn't happy and he just stormed off the pitch? That's Ronaldo giving signs like, I'm not happy with this guy.
I feel like he's very passive aggressive in certain ways. Ronaldo, I think it's you could kind of read it sometimes. Like just seeing the frustration when what happened with Curtis Jones. When do you really see that from? You get me?
He be smacking people. He be doing mad.
But when he's losing, right? But here's my thing though. When that game ends, and you take that 5-0, is Ole the guy that's gonna, like you said, galvanizes the troops? Listen, this, that, and the third. We need to be better.
Whose job is
this
that?
is when stars. This is when.
But let's also like I think we're keeping too much focus on Ole as well though. Like the players take a lot of blame too, bro. No way you're a World Cup winner and you go onto the field and you do some fuckery like that. Mm-hmm. That's on the players. That's on the players. That's on the players. Cristiano getting in. Cristiano, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. And you're going out there and you're just clipping niggas right before halftime.
If it wasn't for him, they would have 0 points in Champions League.
But then look what happens. First minute of the second half, Bruno gets a yellow card. Everybody else starts getting yellow cards. What does that mean? That's on the players.
They might not be playing for him.
Conclusion, Brian's Ole in.
I'm not Ole in or Ole out. I'm saying it's way too early, bro.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, Mourinho one time said, I mean, he didn't have the same exact team. He had a very similar team. But he said, you know, you guys are very lucky that I was able to win a championship with these players. And everybody got really upset and said, how could you say about Manchester United? But I don't think you're too far off. I don't think your point is that far off. Like, yeah, we could come down on the coach, but these players, somebody's going to have to do something about them as well.
Yeah, now really quickly, I want to get into, because I want to get into the Barca Real a little bit. But did you guys watch the Chelsea game? 7-0?
Nah,
because it's weird because
it was Norwich.
Bro, it's Norwich, but Lukaku didn't play and we look way more fluid. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lukaku didn't play.
Yeah.
7.
But everybody was hitting on me when I said that he provides nothing on the
you play Liverpool tomorrow. He's healthy. He starts at bench.
No, he starts, but it was just weird.
Paid so much for him
because last season, I wouldn't say we were super fluid, but we had a little bit more dynamism to our attack. With Lukaku, it's like we have that focal point that we've been looking for.
It's stiff. It's stiff. You focus on just Lukaku because he's a stiff player. He's not free flowing. He doesn't move a lot.
It was like a free flowing triangle. It was like Pulisic, Havertz, and Mount. Yeah. And then it just kept those two just kept rotating. And during the game, like one would spring for the other one would drop back.
Right. So what you guys say? Because I saw on Twitter.
And the Chelsea go against Man City. So that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
the ball goes out to Mount. Mount gives it to Havertz making the diagonal run down the middle.
You think that should be a cause that Chelsea should change the formation? People were saying on Twitter they should change the formation and go back to like a 4-2-3-1 instead of the 3-4-3 if you're gonna have Lukaku because it's so stiff when you only have those front three.
But it's too.
Well, go back to like more wingers.
More wingers, where you have 2 wingers and Lukaku up front with like a 10 in behind instead of just 3.
I don't like that.
So for Chelsea, you guys like the.
I like the wing backs.
You like the wing backs.
The wing backs is part of your attack.
Bro, since he's come in, they've won the Champions League in their first right now. Mm-hmm. Don't fix what's not broken.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think Tuchel has an idea based on the players who he has fit and the players who he doesn't have fit, and he could change up that formation, give and go whenever it fits. Yeah. And I think he's actually a brilliant coach for that reason. That you could, change it up depending on the players that you have available to you. So
I saw an interesting stat that Chelsea had 17 different goal scorers this season.
Bro. Wow,
that's insane.
That's crazy.
Wow,
that is crazy.
The total team.
I don't know. Would you guys? Is that a good thing to y'all, or is that just crazy?
No, that's
great.
Good thing.
No, it's crazy.
Would you rather have a goal scoring 9 with 25, or a whole team that shares? Yeah,
I would want whatever gives me more points in the table. But if you can manage to do that and have 17 different goal scorers, then hats off to you.
Why are you saying it depends?
Because when it's crunch time, you need that one player. Messi's the reason. Barcelona, look at all the great players and look at everybody used to score. But when it came down to it, Messi. Yeah. But Cristiano Ronaldo had great players around him. But when it came down to it, Cristiano's your turn.
But to your point though, if I have a striker who's scoring 25 and everything is going through him, it's him and then SALAH. Mm-hmm. When it's 17 different goal scores, it's a unit.
No, but I meant like if they're all scoring goals, you need that one focal point at one point.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, you need that player that you paid a whole bunch of money for to stand up and do what he has to do. Mm-hmm. And that's why he gets paid the big bucks because he does what he does.
Pay the big money for him.
So he has to step up.
That guy.
I'm gonna make a case here. I think you're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 different formations. One's a back 4, one's a back 5-ish. But I'm gonna say my boy Chile and Reece James. I think they're gonna come for Trent and Robbo. I think they're bigger, bro. In terms of, because I'm really watching it, and I actually want you guys.
Well, Robertson wasn't great today.
Not today. But in terms of, I think for the Liverpool fullbacks, I think in terms of assisting, you guys have it on lock. I think in terms of goal scoring, and maybe that's the formation. Which I think he's got 4 goals in his last 4 games. Reece James, did you see the chip? That they get bucket. I think in terms of goals, but in terms of assists, I think Liverpool got it.
I think also it's harder to play right or left back on Liverpool than it is to play wing back on Chelsea.
I think those two teams have the best attacking fullbacks. But actually, I think City with Cancelo will have
and
that.
Kyle Walker, he just scored a golazo the other day.
Which set of fullbacks do you think?
I'm not taking Kyle Walker and Joe.
Oh, Kyle Walker over Trent.
Yeah, because they can give me so much more defensively.
I think Trent Robertson.
But they expose you defensively. You get a good team to go against Liverpool, and their wing backs are gonna. I mean, they're right in the left backs. Struggle.
They're gonna eat.
Trent gets exposed.
Trent does get exposed, especially this season. You've seen it a couple times. He does get exposed.
How funny this is that we're literally talking about Liverpool, Chelsea, and then our last segment we're like, oh yeah, and we forgot Man City. Like this is like, bro.
Well, Man City's balling, but again, they don't have that up top threat. that's like you know when you wake up, a defender that wakes up like he's like
Foden had a brace yesterday.
That's the scary part. They don't even need a goal scoring 9.
No, they do. They do.
They can only benefit from it.
But they can only benefit, but they don't need. Do they need it? Is that what's going to take them?
They're not number one.
To win a Champions League, like I said, to win a Champions League, you need a center forward.
They're not number 1 right now.
So who do you think? Which set of fullbacks? Chelsea's, yours? Or
I mean, it's hard for me not to say Trent and Robbo, but
consistency.
I am a big fan of City fullbacks.
Kyle Walker's just a beast.
They're just savage. He's a savage.
He's a drunken man.
Yeah, Kyle Walker's amazing.
Best right back in the league.
Don't even say.
I just want to party with him.
Like, who would you say is better? Who'd you say? I'm a Liverpool fan, but who'd you say is better?
With Kyle Walker, I think he's an animal.
He gets buckets and he defends.
Super strong, super fast, goal scoring.
Physically, all physical attributes.
And he knows how to. He's a techie too, though.
Yeah, techie, very techie.
He's actually very techie.
Cancelo for me, I think is the best right back in the league
because he's super techie.
But he's hitting Rabonas.
Nah, but that's because he fits the City. Put him in any other team, he won't be doing that.
True.
So that's he was
good at UV.
But what team does he play for?
But that's what I'm saying though. Then it's not a fullback thing. It's a system thing. Can you stick Trent in City system?
Hell yeah.
And he'll do the same.
He'll do more.
So that's what. Then it's Trent.
He'll do more.
Then all right. So you guys are saying
if it was a combo of all those 3, it would be right now. Right now, it'd be Kyle and Chilwell.
Oh, the best 2?
I don't.
Actually,
the only reason why I don't give
you saying Kyle.
The only reason I don't give Chilwell
I think Chile. I'm thinking Chile.
Why is it? If he's this good, why is he undisputed? Not undisputed.
Nah, bro.
But he's in his form right now.
That whole thing is absolutely makes no sense. He came off the back of winning a Champions League, locked up Mahrez, and couldn't get a game in the Euros. That's not on him, if you ask me. That's just like
but with fit, Chile or Alonso.
Now, I'm saying Chile, bro. Don't get it twisted. Alonso, when he's on smoke, he's on smoke. He'll get you goals. He can't defend, but I just prefer Chile. So if we're taking a mix of the 2, I'm saying
balance.
Trent.
I've always said
I like Walker Robinson.
I don't know. We can mix.
Walker
let's do a mix just fullbacks of City, Chelsea, and
I like that too. Kyle and Robbo.
Who are you saying?
Walker and Robertson.
Yeah, that's what I would pick also. Yeah, Walker Robinson. That's a very solid.
So Walker is the United.
No, I'm saying Trent and Chile.
Trent's gonna get exposed, bro. Hope that left winger ain't good.
I felt like he was a little bit more focused the past seasons, actually, Trent. Yeah, I think he was a little bit more focused.
Ate him up last year.
Oh yeah, Vinicius.
No, the COVID year.
Vinicius.
Can we talk about Vinicius? How he's been balling?
Let's talk. You tell me. How was the game today? Because I just flipped on a couple times.
You're weird though.
Nah, bro. Listen, I was watching the game.
You saw the whole game?
Obviously.
Nah.
I
was in daddy duties.
It's all good. Obviously, Barca have their identity, so they were knocking it. But I kept flipping on, and McManaman was saying, "Yeah, Barca are much the better team. Real, they just look like they're just hidden hope." So I called him, and I heard Des had a great chance to score. So you tell me, was this a marker laid, or was this
first of all? I don't know if y'all saw the scenes. They mobbed Coleman's car after the game. So whatever you were saying, just throw it in the bin.
Coleman out.
Bro, the thing with Barca was, no matter who their manager is, their identity is to keep the ball, possession, triangles.
No. That's their identity.
That's their identity.
But if you look at the stat, You know what the possession was?
What was it really?
51 or 49.
In whose favor?
It wasn't
even that far.
Barca.
It wasn't even that far.
So their identity.
So now here's my point though: the clear-cut chances went closer, were mostly Real, and here's kind of my thing with Madrid. They've always been a counterattacking team since Mourinho in 2010. That low-key is kind of our identity. We've always attacked teams on a brace because our front three was always, that's what it fit. BBC for a very long time.
Big games you're talking.
Yeah, BBC for a very long time. Di Maria, Benzema, Ronaldo. And then today, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Benzema. Bro, counterattacking football, direct football, is that, and for me, the Pep Barca thing was lightning in a bottle. Yo, you don't win like that anymore. I'm just being honest.
You had
like I said, I saw the game. I didn't feel threatened by
never
them.
really felt.
He admitted it. He admitted it. See, Pep style don't win games.
Yeah,
No, but Pep style fit Barcelona because it was a Barcelona style, and it was also came with a midfield, a defense, and kind of an attack that grew up since they were like 8 years old playing with that specific style. A coach that grew up and played in that specific style. So it would only make sense. It would not make sense if it didn't work.
Yeah.
Are we starting to say that Barca should change that style now?
No, I think
if we're saying that doesn't really win you the big trophies, like honestly, who won? Because Chelsea won the Champions League last season playing a certain way. The season before, Bayern played a certain way, not tiki taka. Who won it? 18-19. Liverpool, not tiki taka. The last team to win it was Barca.
But here's my thing, though.
So that style is dead.
But here's my point, though. It's not necessarily that it's just dead. It's not necessarily...
Exactly.
But Shippy, it's not necessarily that it's dead. If you're going to bring in a manager who's going to change it, it needs to be a world-class manager. You can't just bring in a guy and be like, all right, let's try to do something different. Because the one guy in the last decade they tried to do that was Luis Enrique. And I'll be honest with you, but you have the greatest front three of all time.
Yeah.
So you get my point. So it's like
True.
You get me. So
Who's the greatest front?
One of the best. One of the best.
You're wilding.
I said one of the best. One of the best.
All right, finish your point. We're gonna get into that because they're the best.
So my point is that today, when I was watching the game, so Coleman plays with a back three.
Right.
Barca for years played 4-3-3 exclusively. Mm-hmm. He's now trying to play a 3-4-3. Yeah. So Serginho Dest was playing right wing. Bro, it's not gonna work because Vinicius was all we had to do. If you saw it, Alaba would get the ball, dink it over Mingueza for 90 minutes, and Vinicius would have one-on-one all day. Guys were getting megged left and right. There was one-on-ones, counterattack. There was so much space. So my point is, when it comes to Barcelona, if you're gonna stay with that identity, it's fine. Just get the recruitment right. You get me? Because I'll be honest with you, you were talking about. Or was it you were talking about Gavi, the 17-year-old kid? You think anyone in Real was actually scared of the kid?
I mean, he's only 17.
But that's my point. So if you're Barcelona,
But Barca got no bread. Look at their last purchase. Who was it? Braithwaite and
you have
Young.
Coutinho,
like those are not players.
You have Coutinho though. If you're gonna die by the sword, play the top paid players.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you playing a 17-year-old guy where Modric is kind of looking at him like, okay, that's cute.
I mean, if it's Pedri, I'm scared of.
But Pedri's different.
Pedri's different class.
Pedri's a different class.
I think there's again another issue with managers, and to be honest, I don't know if this is just part of being a millennial growing up, watching your superstars growing up to become managers. But I'm just tired of watching legends like Lampard, Pirlo, Coleman, all these like Ole, all these former players playing on a team and coming back and playing managers very early on and just slopping their way in just because that they used to play there.
The Pep effect.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work every time. It really doesn't. It seems to be some kind of trend that's been happening the past couple of seasons, but it's just not working. Let these people get out from playing and let them take a smaller team, practice with them a little bit, learn how to be a coach before you start giving them these big teams, and then after that we crucify them for doing a bad job.
I mean, bro,
what's the saying? Those who can't do teach.
Yeah,
can't do teach.
Bro. And I'm literally watching the game, and people keep mentioning Ansu Fati, Pedri, Gavi, De Jong, Serginho Dest, and I'm over here thinking Vinicius, Rodrigo, Valverde, Camavinga. I'm like, yo, Barca can have those guys,
but Barca's guys are not bad.
They're not
honestly
bad.
They're not bad.
But Joe, you want to know what's the funny thing about it? You saw today's game, and then there's a certain guy in France that could sign January 1st.
Yeah.
If Mbappe signs, the Clasico's dead. This Clasico's dead.
Yeah.
So we don't need there's nothing to discuss.
What does that leave the league now? You guys in first?
With happy Madrid fans.
Atleti, Real, Atleti, Sevilla all tied on points.
Because funny, it's Atleti can go on a little rampage and rack up like 2-3 leagues.
They've gotten lucky so far this season.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can rack up 2-3 leagues right now.
And I'll be happy for them too.
Yeah.